The races: there are 3 seats up for grabs in San Fernando. One is for 2 years and the others are 4-year terms. There is a mixed bag of homegrown candidates in terms of their day jobs and abilities they bring to the table. All but one are Democrats, plus one independent. City leaders have been digging out of a financial hole since the city's checkbook balance began a downward spiral in 2005. The candidates who win on November 3rd will have to continue to make some hard choices to secure financial stability in the 237 square mile city. 4-year terms, 2 seats available, 2-year term, 1 seat available. Once again, San Fernando voters will have a tough time at the polls deciding which of the highly qualified, experienced candidates they want at the helm of their city come November 3rd. There are 2 incumbents, a former state assembly member, a popular restaurant owner, a union steward and a new face to politics, and the only candidate to have the endorsement of the Los Angeles Democratic Party who won't be counted out in the race. Voters are also facing the fate of Measure SF, Keep Sales Tax Revenues Local, which would increase the sales tax to 25% over the current 10%. If approved, the measure promises to increase funding for street and sidewalk improvements, public infrastructure, local business reinvestment, public Wi-Fi, long-term debt reduction and wage and other general municipal purposes. All of the 6 candidates support the measure, except for critic David Chiapa Bernal. Placing the burden of the cost of running the city on its taxpayers has gone on for far too long, said Bernal, a union steward said. Our tax rate is higher than Beverly Hills, yet we don't enjoy the perks of a city like Beverly Hills. San Fernando residents are tired of that. It's up to elected officials to be creative and work together to try to bring our city back to where it should be financially and not always place the financial burden of running the city on our residents. Bernal and City Councilmember Mayor Mendoza will face off for the 2-year term. The seat first became vacant in the fall of 2019, when Antonio Lopez resigned 1 year into a 4-year term. Mendoza was appointed to replace Lopez in October 2019, and according to city election codes, she must be elected by voters in the next city council election, which is November 3rd. I am running for city council because I want to preserve the city's charm. I oppose high-density projects. I support our residents and our business community, Mendoza said. I was born and raised here and my family has lived in San Fernando for 5 generations. My heart belongs to my city. I will be a good public steward and focus on our financial stability for our future generations. The other 2 open seats for a 4-year term pits Mayor Joel Fajardo against restaurant owner Magaly Colelli, former State Assemblywoman Cindy Montanez and newcomer Celeste Rodriquez.